Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, back at you again with another video. Hopefully everyone's well out there. Hopefully people enjoy this video. Um, Please check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't already done so. Anyway, I hope to have fun with this one. I hope people who watch it will have fun as well, listening to it. Probably should go for a walk as well. It's quite nice out there. But anywho, I want to get on with the list I was talking about before about my dreams for Italian football. I always have this habit of trying to come up with a list of 30 things, which is not always easy, and probably shouldn't always do the same list, but never. But hopefully it'll be good. Anyway, I think that covers the intro. So number 21, I hope that Italian football will become proud again through winning things like it did in the past, and recreate some of those great moments and look back on some of those great moments as well, and in the future perhaps to cover the top moments of Italian football. I know there's a few YouTube videos out there which looks at the best moments of Italian football, but I hope we can bring some of those back. And as I said before, I'd love to go to Italy and share my ideas, such as, and I've mentioned this before, but I'm not pro or anti-Trump or anything like that, or massively involved in that sort of politics, but obviously, to borrow a term, make America, as I said, make America great again. I thought, and I wanted to be ultra polite and taking it a bit literal. I thought of, please make Italian football proud again, and like footballs and football kits and merchandise which say that sort of stuff, and maybe like companies could sell it and donate a certain amount of percentage of their profits towards development of Italian football, like buying everyone footballs, including people from the poorest backgrounds, encouraging people to play football together, buying places, land where people can play football kits and gears, and just giving people everyone like football boots and footballs and football socks and kits and all that, and buying up land for football pitches and things like that. And I even dream to like encourage banks to do similar stuff, which I hope to come to. 22 again. I hope that Italy will win the most World Cups like in the future. I had this mad dream which I hope to come to again. But yeah, I dream that Italy will win the most World Cups and most sort of competitions, and like winning at youth level would be really important, and also because that's like the future and how they can practice, and also learning from all different countries around the world, and including former Italian teams that did well, and change the game like from like overly defensive to also having a bit of more attacking play, but also keeping that defence as well. But again, looking at what teams have won the most, and I think most of them are attack minded, so I think it'd be good to be attack minded. 23, I dream to like look at any sponsors who can again sponsor football pitches, training facilities, materials and equipment and stuff like that, and also without this my chain of thought, yeah, I was thinking like banks, even like, and maybe even banks that sponsor Italian football, like soon as like they buy land for Italian football practice and all that sort of stuff, and like maybe when people open bank accounts in those banks, they say if you open an account with us, we'll give people free footballs or football training equipment, or we'll invest in that in the community or something like that. Or like either the people who have the accounts themselves who open the accounts will have those things for their children or whoever, or they'll be or they'll support other people in the community. So like people from Italy supporting the banks and businesses that support Italian football, and also asking politicians what they will do to invest in Italian football, as well as looking at ways to sponsor like football pitches and all that sort of thing. As I say, number 24 again, as I said before, I dream to like unite Italy together through football, bring all of Italians together, and maybe even people from the diaspora, how you pronounce it, and like encourage like making heroes out of footballers. So like even on TV, they could have like cartoons or they could also have like toys and figures where the heroes are the people who play football, or like computer games or video games or whatever, where like the hero helps Italy to win the World Cup and things like that. So they're taught from a young age to help the Italian team do better. And I even wanted to go through. I don't know if I'll get around to going through, but like an idea I have for another quirky idea I have for like people from Africa making games, like video games and all that for Italian football and things like that. Although that was more for the club level. 25 again, hopefully to host events, which especially at youth level, which hopefully will help Italy to practice more at youth level, especially, which again is the future. But like to host the Republic Cup, Mediterranean Cups, Tricolor Cups, and all sorts of tournaments like that. Again, which I hope will help, especially the youth, to train for the future. 26, I hope for Italy to host things like, or to even go to other countries like Libya and Tunisia and places like that, and support their tourism industry in return for those countries helping Italy to practice in football. And sorry, lost my train of thought. Like to have the Roman Empire Cup and things like that. So like playing football with teams that used to be part of the empire and things like that. Although I'm an anti-imperialist, but I just thought that'd be like, I like to have quirky ideas. So I thought. Number 27, again, I hope that people from Italy will reward people who sponsor or support the team and invest in the team. For instance, like I said before, like about the banks or businesses that like people from Italy will buy from those companies more and things like that. 28, I hope like the fact Italy failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup and the problems that have been playing Italian football for a while. I hope that Italy will make up for those and that it will make Italians want to practice more. And also, sorry, I lost my train of thought again. It will also like the corruption problems that happen. Like I thought for the sport I love, which is football, and for the team I love specifically, which is Italian football, or teams I love. They've both gone through like corruption problems or scandals or things like that. So I thought it would be interesting, like if Italy could host events to tackle corruption, or also have centres where they tackle corruption and things like that. Like Juventus was very much involved in the corruption, but it'd be great if in the future they tackled corruption instead. As I said with my patterns, I chose that as point 28 because I often say make it a negative from positive. So 29, again, I hope to encourage like my fellow Anglo-Indians to go to play football in Italy and practice with Italians, and for Anglo-Indians to practice football with Italians as much as possible and support Italy and support Italian clubs both at club and national level. So this video is intended mostly for the national team, but also like when the club teams the club teams can also help the national team by playing more young players, and maybe like a requirement of a coach going in to coach an Italian team, to manage an Italian team could be that you have to play younger players and play at least 3 under 21 players in all senior games, and also especially try and encourage people to play more Italian players, and also develop youth facilities so more, in the future more Italian players be developed. So hopefully that's like the league level, working with the national team to develop young players, which in turn will make the league mean that they won't have to buy as many players or spend as much money, and also they save money, but they can also make money when they sell players on, when they get if we develop we, as I say, as a Italian fan, develop a lot more better players, young players and that sort of thing. So I'd love Anglo-Indians to practice playing football with Italians, and again for the league to work together with the national team to develop young players, which will hopefully benefit both. But I'm mainly looking at how to benefit the national team. But again, playing more younger Italian players, and like in all senior games, even in park football, if they encourage for the good of the team, like to play more young players, like always have at least 3 under 21 players and things like that. And also I hope Italians will practice more like penalties and sports psychology, and learn from countries like Germany and countries like and Brazil and the Dutch and countries like that, and watch YouTube videos like Alan Shearer's penalty masterclass and things like that. So I hope as many times as possible to watch things like that and learn about penalties, and watch those YouTube videos about football training and skills and things like that. And 30, I also hope for times to like teach each other again, like the younger players, the older players can motivate or mentor the younger players, and hopefully, like I love to encourage Italians not to smoke or drink or take drugs or break the law or anything like that with like football, and bring people together. So as ever, I'd love to know what you think about these ideas. I know they're a bit quirky, as I say, but hopefully that makes them a little bit interesting, as I say. Peace and love.